is life is a game, and it rewards those with big imaginations coupled
Gentlemen,
with
what would happen if you
decided to grab life by the throat and say, I'm in charge? And you say, well, hell, man, that sounds good in theory, but there's a lot of things outside of my control. For example, the Karen in front of me bitching about how the toilet paper she bought yesterday gave her ass a rash? Or, on a more serious note, cancer robbed you of a loved one, and the so-called woman of your dreams, well, she turned out to be more cancerous than actual cancer itself. And yeah, man, shit happens, but part of holding down life in a chokehold is knowing that sometimes that dirty bastard just doesn't play fair. But instead of hunkering down in the shadows of what can seem like an unfair life, we let that hatred for the unpleasant drive us towards more. And by more, I mean whatever the hell we can imagine. Imagination can be man's best friend. When those lofty aspirations we have begin to meet the measures required to get there. See, Karen and her male equivalent, we'll call him Dick, they like to look outside and see the clouds and start bitching about how it's going to rain and life sucks and blah, blah, blah. But you're tired of living that fragile life, that feeble life, that disgusting feeling that we've all carried where we compare ourselves to someone we admire, then think, hell, I wish. But can you remember as a kid in the backyard acting like your favorite athlete, and Tom Brady drops back and launches the last-second Hail Mary for the win? You stood at the top of the bed and soared off the top rope as you came down heroically, landing on your smaller cousin, then pinning his little ass as the crowd goes wild. Then came in your arch nemesis, your mom, throwing haymakers for you, picking on the weaker foe, your little cousin. And has much really changed in that brilliant mind of ours since childhood? In the shower, we still think of the what-ifs. Maybe we practice our speech when given that award. We go for a hike and act as if we're still climbing Mount Everest. We put on the suit for that special occasion and instantly go into a James Bond mindset, shaken, not stirred. And as kids, we saw life as a game, an adventure. We picked up a stick and it instantly transformed into an AK-47 transformation. That's the key here. We want better, and maybe we don't know how to get there. Maybe we feel forced to remain forever stuck where we're currently at. So here's my question. The kid in you, that one hurling himself off the top rope, that kid imagining himself standing atop Mount Everest. When that little guy, when his back was against the wall after pulling off the greatest heist in American history, would he surrender just because the FBI agent was at the other end of the bridge? Hell no! He'd pull some MacGyver shit, get a paperclip and some gum, build a helicopter, a parachute, and find his way to escape. The greatest thing we can ever come to realize is life is a game, and it rewards those with big imaginations coupled with big-ass actions. So ask yourselves, who the hell do you want to be? And then start creating that character with the required characteristics. And you say, wait, well, isn't that just acting? That's not very authentic. Isn't that fake? And here's my question. The life you're living right now, is it very authentic? I would suggest the life you're living now is the fakest shit possible. Your authentic self resembles that childlike faith that went looking for adventure and knew how to play the game called life. The shit we've settled for, it's not our true self. It's an illusion. It's given to us by someone else that currently is much better at playing the game. So, grab your stick, start climbing Mount Everest. And when life seems to have you cornered, use your imagination and navigate yourself out of the hairy situation. You're a man, and we as men were created to grab life by the throat and to live out our potential. Love and respect, gentlemen. You guys will hear from me next episode.